Look closely at this stamping process. This is where a blank piece of brass gets crushed into a three-dimensional geometric pattern. Right around the 10 to 25,000 rupee mark, watchmakers stop handing you flat printed dials. You start getting applied indices, sunburst finishes, and multi-layered textures. The market in this price bracket is absolutely flooded. There are currently 22 standout options dominating this space, from micro brands to industry giants. But having this much choice creates a trap. It is incredibly easy to watch a macro review, see an intensely textured, brightly colored dial, and buy it purely because it looks stunning up close. If that visually loud statement piece clashes with 80% of your wardrobe, it ends up sitting in your watch box unworn. You spent your budget on a piece of art, not a functional accessory. To actually evaluate these 22 watches, we have to stop looking at them as isolated pieces of art. We have to match the geometry of the dial to the reality of your wardrobe. This framework is the Dial Versatility Matrix. It maps out exactly how a watch will fit into your life. The horizontal axis measures visual volume. On the far left, you have quiet, subtle textures. On the far right, loud, three-dimensional gradients. The vertical axis tracks formality. It drops from chunky steel tool watch silhouettes at the top, straight down to razor-thin, elegant dress designs at the bottom. By plotting the best watches into these four specific quadrants, we can see exactly where each piece belongs. Maximizing your aesthetic return on investment means finding the watch that naturally dominates the quadrant where you spend the most time. The first category is the versatile everyday watch. Models like the Citizen Everyday, the Casio Automatic, and the Seiko 5 sit right in the center of our matrix. Manufacturers finish these dials using monochromatic, stone-like textures and soft silver sunbursts. Look at this scorecard. Because those finishes shift dynamically under lighting while staying completely composed, legibility stays high and wardrobe versatility hits peak. The trade-off here is obvious. Visual intrigue takes a hit, losing that aggressive aesthetic that catches the eye. What you gain is the complete absence of wardrobe friction. A versatile watch like this seamlessly transitions from a casual t-shirt to a crisp tailored suit without requiring a second thought. Next is the nostalgic heritage category. Think of the Timex Panda, the Titan ship's deck, and the Alba Retro. These designs rely on strict historical cues: champagne-colored bases, slightly recessed black subdials, and slim baton hands. Those elements deliver a distinct old money charm. As this scorecard shows, this category scores incredibly high on visual symmetry. But because they lean entirely into traditional styling, they lack modern engineered sportiness. As a result, wardrobe versatility drops. Heritage dials demand traditional or smart casual clothing. Put them next to modern athletic streetwear, and the design languages will actively fight each other. Then we hit the most visually aggressive quadrant, the high-volume statement pieces. The DWC Echoar, the Titan Tiger Eye, and the Addis Dive live entirely in this space. You will find heavy manufacturing techniques here: deep three-dimensional pressed gradients, bright orange colorways, and multifaceted decagonal cases catching light from every angle. Wearing one of these generates massive wrist presence. It is a loud, conversational piece of hardware. But check the statement dial scorecard. While visual intrigue maxes out, legibility plummets. Aggressive textures make it hard to read the time at a glance. Wardrobe versatility also drops off a cliff. You cannot slide a loud, sparkly orange dial into a formal environment. These are highly specific tools for extroverted weekends. If you try to force a statement dial into your daily rotation, the complexity becomes exhausting. Finally, we have the pure elegance category, anchored by ultra-formal options like the Orient Bambino Champagne and the Titan Edge. The design language here requires strict restraint. You get fine concentric patterns, simple Roman numerals, and elegant sweeping domed crystals. This scorecard shows exactly what they are built for. Formality peaks because these ultra-slim silhouettes are engineered to slide smoothly under a tight tailored shirt cuff. But ruggedness hits absolute zero. There is no water resistance and no shock protection for daily rough use. A pure dress style is highly specialized. It delivers perfect refinement during formal events, but it fails completely if you pair it with a t-shirt and jeans. Now that we have categorized the options, let's map these profiles directly to your daily life. Look at this flowchart. Your decision starts by identifying your primary wearing environment. If you spend most of your time in an office or mixed environment, the path splits into two choices. If you want to stand out, go with a heritage Panda dial. If you want to blend in, choose a subtle silver sunburst. If your primary environment is weekend or creative work, are you a traditional purist or a loud extrovert? Purists get the rugged tool watches. Extroverts get the loud, three-dimensional textures. And if you are buying a watch for strictly formal occasions, you bypass everything else and go directly to the minimalist dress category. By identifying your dominant daily scenario first, you instantly eliminate 80% of the wrong choices. It protects your budget from impulse buys. If you are a pragmatist looking to buy exactly one watch to wear every single day for the next 5 years, avoid the sparkles and the deep gradients. Stick to the quiet textures of the Casio Automatic or the Citizen. Those subtle finishes yield long-term satisfaction without ever feeling out of place. On the other hand, if you are an aesthetic optimizer who already owns a reliable daily driver, do not buy another safe watch. Spend your entire budget on a weekend statement piece. Go after the DWC Echoar or the Triton Tiger Eye. That is how you maximize the visual depth and complexity for every single rupee you spend. Never mistake a complex style for a versatile one. Define your lifestyle first.